Hello all, Lout here again. Different type of Lout's garage this time. This time it's build off time. Chet motocross and I asked a question on RC Sparks to see who would be interested in a YouTube build off. And he said, oh, projects that have only just started and be welcome. I thought this is a good chance for me to pull my finger out and actually get on with this particular build. So I said, yes, would love to. Now, so there's three of us in it. I'll leave some links to their channels down in the description box. We've got Chet Motocross and Big and Blue. Chet's building a 68-ish Charger, sort of off-road type rally car, two-wheel drive. Big and Blue's building a metal-bodied, I think it's an F250 dual cab. I can't wait to see how that one comes out. And I've gone with something different this time. This is an idea that came to me while I was playing, I think it's Fingersoft. Anyway, the game's Hill Climb Racing on the iPhone. It's available on the other platforms as well, as far as I know, but that's what I've got, that's what it's on. One of the later updates, there's a hot rod. Now, this one's a T-bucket, but I'm not really that into T-buckets. But it's four-wheel drive hot rod. So, grey matter thinking, what if I put some SCX-10 axles under a hot rod? Well, a little more research later, and what we have here is a Model A, 1930s Model A Ford with a 2.5-inch chop, and it's four-wheel drive. And this is going to be my new trail rig. Now, I don't know how well the plans are showing up. It's a scale, 2-scale plan. It's 1/8 scale, not 1/10, because the width of the axles and wheels actually scale out to 1/8 scale. And I need to have the wheels tucked under mudguards. It's just the way this is going to have to go. So, 8th scale. Now, this one is the looking down from the top. So motors in the front under the bonnet, front and rear drives, running 90mm shocks. There, I can't remember what page I got these off, but somebody in the net posted line drawings of 1928, 1930 Model A's, all the models. And Tudor sedan is actually my favourite. So this is been scaled up to 8th scale, and I've done my actual CAD drawings off this, and the axles are based in the CAD drawings off measuring up the SCX-10 axles, so I know it's all going to fit. So where am I up to? Well, I have a chassis. So we're running a chassis, twin rail, C-channel. It's carved down the middle. This back section here is for the rear shocks. And if I line this up roughly about there, they're actually hidden behind the rear seat. So that's why they're up in the air. Center transfer case, it's going to actually provide power to the front and rear axles. Motor will power into that. The motor is actually going to run into my planetary gearbox. So there to there. And on my channel I've got another video on these little beasties. A couple of Top CAD drive shafts, got them cheap off the internet. I'm using them because I have them, therefore cheap. And I picked up some pinion gears. Now there's one more gearbox that actually has to go here, and we're running that. Now all of that, so that, this ratio and this ratio is actually equivalent to a stock SCX10. So with the 35 turn motor, it would run the same speed as an SCX10 as far as axle speed output goes at that point. Wheel diameter is another thing entirely. Now, wheels and tyres. This is not a rock crawler. This is a trailer rig. As such, traction is going to be a slight issue. But in a brushless, it may not be a slight issue. What I've found is that my buggy wheels are actually the perfect size for this. So that's what we're using. I've got a set coming in the post, so they're not going to be mangled like these ones are, because these ones are well used and abused. And I'm going to be running with these tyres, the same brand anyway, Proline Dirt Hogs. I think it's Dirt Hog 2s for the front and Dirt Hog 3s for the rear, something along those lines. I have the front ones here, thanks to my brother. He bought some for one of his buggies and he's not using them, so he's given me his buggy now, and included the tyres. So I've got the front tyres already, just need to go get a set of rear tyres. Now I do have in my hot little hands, this is the floor plate, and the rear seat starts from about here. So that's the size of the cab. That's pretty much where I'm up to. Probably be finishing off the chassis first, I think, and making the motor. I'm actually going to be building a motor to hide the motor. That's going to go up here, so we're going to have an opening bonnet and all that sort of fun stuff, or an open bonnet depending on how good the inside's going to be. So turning up within the next month are a set of shocks for this. I'm going to be using the G-Made 90mm GSO2s, I think it is. Anyway, it's all about the looks, isn't it? So hopefully the function is good. So this has been planned up for those in mind. I have the steering servo, I have the ESC. Now I've got parts coming in. When all the parts get here, I'll probably do another, hey, look what turned up in the mail. So this is where I'm up to with my build off. I am so looking forward to this build off. I am so pumped. This is just the thing I need to get started and running with this. I'm currently in the process of moulding the forms for the body, because Model A, complex compound curves, so I'm moulding them out of balsa wood first and then going to form plastic over it. When I do any work on that, I'll do an update, but that's it from me for now. So wish me luck, guys, and subscribe to stay updated on the happenings with the build off and the happenings with other parts of Lout's Garage and other running videos. Bye for now, guys. Have fun.